Hello and welcome to the BBC Learning Zone. On today's show we're going to take a look at factual television programming and the issues, codes and conventions that are faced when making a programme. The issues relating to factual programming span from accuracy to bias to privacy, with accuracy, care to be taken with certain types of information that if they come around to be inaccurate, such as advice or sensitive information, e.g. medical, can cause harm to the public if it is used and to be found incorrect. The programming needs to be impartial when broadcasting because by having a neutral stand on the subjects, it means that the viewer will have a chance to make up their own minds on subjects without being told what to think. If the programming wasn't impartial about something such as politics, then the broadcaster may find that either less people watch and or more people will complain about them supporting one side more than the other. Objectivity is similar to being impartial, as it is about being open-minded about the subject at hand and getting to the main points across. Subjectivity refers to keeping personal feelings outside of the programme. This can be led to be a more one-sided view. This can be the case if a presenter is presenting a show about the NHS, but they let their feelings of how a family member has been treated take over and speak about that. Opinions in a show are always around, and in many programmes today, there is a warning at the beginning stating opinions from presenters do not represent the channel's views on the subjects. Opinions are usually backed up with important facts that can influence other people on whether they believe it or not. A show can be classed as biased if they are one-sided in an argument and they won't take into consideration evidence from the other side. Presenters need to take care when they do a programme, as if they appear to be stereotyping a certain group of people, this can cause outrage from this group or people that have been placed in such a group. In a programming that privacy of people is crucial, if they don't want people to know who they are when they give their views, this is usually done by a voiceover saying what they said and blacked out a person who has no defining features that could be traced back to them. Now on to codes and conventions. There are many different types of codes and conventions for many different types of programming. In news, if we see a studio newsreader, the codes for them is usually be wearing a smart suit, usually sitting down with only their top half showing so that more attention is placed on what they are saying, not doing. They should also look at the camera unless interviewing, as this makes the viewer feel more involved and that they are speaking to them. The conventions are that we expect to see them looking smart and they are seen with appropriate background with the channel's logo visible. As we see in this clip of ITV News, the presenter is sat at the desk with only the top half visible, and he is facing the camera to show that he is directing his address at us. With field reporters, we expect to see them dressed smart and wearing appropriate clothing for the weather, such as a coat and umbrella if it's raining. The conventions for field reporters are that usually seen live and that they're somewhere where the story that they're reporting will make sense to the viewers and that they will use surrounding area in their cast. Here we see a field reporter in a smart suit which is appropriate for what he is talking about, and he is not using hand gestures all the time, so we focus more on what he is saying. He also signs himself off by explaining who and where he is, which also goes on to link to the studio. Links to the studio have to be done in certain ways so that everyone knows what is going on. They should start and finish their reports politely by thanking for the introduction and saying back to the studio when they are done, so that people will know they are finished. The conventions that they should be short and fast so as to keep people's attention unless it is a crucial event that they will be flicking back and forth from. The codes for more of address are that the reporter can make a direct or indirect mode of address depending if they look at the camera. The conventions are that if the reporter is using an indirect mode of address, then you wouldn't expect them to look at the camera, then to turn away again. In these shots, all the reporters look directly at the camera, except this one, where the presenter is interviewing someone else and they keep eye contact with each other. When interviewing, the codes are that there is a person being interviewed and a person doing the interviewing. They are usually in or have a backdrop associated to what they are discussing. The conventions are that the visual aids are used to help explain what is going on. Codes of experts and witnesses are that experts have facts they have found with information to back it up, and witnesses have actually footage to back with what they are saying. Usually the witnesses speak to the reporter behind the camera and never look at the camera, as with these people. Report structure is that they are there to make sure that if there is a problem and a report is cut short, then there is something there to cover instead of the other. In this episode of Hell's Kitchen, the man shouts to introduce the show and suddenly the screen goes black. What happens then is ITV jump in to apologise and put their logo up to secure that people will keep watching and not think their TVs are the problem. Actuality footage is used from the event that is being recorded to back up the story and show what is/has happened, such as with the London riots. The news showed the rioters breaking in, and that was all actual footage which helped back up the story. Documentaries have many different formats that all have codes and conventions, such as expository. This is used to speak to the viewer and is often a strong, confident voice to enhance the viewer into believing what they are saying. This often uses rhetorical questions to get the viewer to think more about what they are seeing. They are often done with voiceover for the observational clips that they are used. With observational clips, we see usually wildlife in its natural form with no intervention and are usually unscripted. Interactive is a format that wants the viewer engaged in what is happening. It allows filmmakers to talk about past events as well. Performative formats are used as a personal experience from a subject and often use reenactments to get the viewer to see it through the subject's eyes. In this documentary on wildlife, the presenter is quiet and only speaks to explain what is going on. Well, that's all we have time for on today's show. We would like to thank Blogspot for their help in acquiring the information, and if you are wanting more details on anything that you have seen on today's show, visit bbc.co.uk/learning zone, where you can find this show and also all the information you have seen today. Thank you for watching. It's goodbye from me.